Lights everywhere surround me. Crowd popping in the scene around me. Race against the clock, that's how it be. You don't wanna be late. Nah, I mean, hit 'em up, hey, you on the way? Yup, I'll be there. Just you wait, and wait I shall. Take a walk, talk to a stranger, but not for long. Ring, 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 yo, what is that? Feel the in my pocket. In fact, think it's a telemarketer. Nah, I'm kidding. I got it though. Yup, I got it though. Pick it up and it's my buddy on the line. How you doing, man? He said, okay, I've been doing fine. That's all he replied. Then he had some bad news for me. How I'm gonna break it to you? I'm sorry, but I couldn't make it. Yeah, we made a promise, but I gotta break it. And I know it means a lot to you, and I apologize, but I'm just not in the right mind. Tell him that's okay. I hope you feel better. Then we'll try again later, together. And so I ventured on my own, having the time of my life solo. I guess I'm grown. Well, that was fun. Should try that again sometime. Found a woman while I was out and about, sitting by her lonesome, contemplating what she about to do. Looking up, down, around the whole town with the frown and drowning in her own feels. I could tell by the energy, don't want to be an enemy, just trying to be friendly. That's when I approach to see what's going on. As I get close, she tells me to be gone. I persisted, saying you look mad, but all I can see is sadness deep down. Looking astounded.
You saw through my facade, didn't you? Guess I can tell you what's really going on around here. It's killing me. Yes, I am hurt. And said you wanna know so bad, and let me tell you about it. Well, let me tell you about it. In short, my best friend was gonna join me on my best day ever. We planned to do things like skydiving and bowling, all within the last few days. She's like, sorry, can't make it. Had plans, and I really just can't break it. Yeah, right. That's what she always say. Same with my other friends. Man, no way.
Told her I can relate, oddly enough. Just went through the same thing. But even though your friends just bailed on you, you can't let it get to you. Explore the world and then just rock with it. I said, just rock with it. Yeah.
Ride through the city, 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 ride through the cruising through the city, losing through the city, solo adventure, solo adventure, solo adventure, don't need nobody, don't need nobody, don't need nobody. Now I shall enter, now I shall enter, now I shall enter the beach where I'm headed, the beach where I'm headed, the beach where I'm headed. For peace and reflection, for peace and reflection, for peace and reflection, for peace and reflection. So I lay there. I'm having the time of my life. About to go to IHOP next. Gonna go get some pancakes.
Wait a minute. What you mean you getting pancakes? So you going on your own again? On your own again? On your own again? You can't be doing that every single time. Every single time. Every single time. Why don't you bring your buddies along? Why don't you bring your buddies along? Why don't you bring your buddies along? This been going on for a couple months now. And it's gotta be awfully long. Why don't you come back down to earth? Come back down to earth. Come back down to earth. Come back to the ones you love. Stop reaching for the stars above. By your stars above. Come back to the ones you love. Stop reaching for the stars above. By your lonesome. Stop reaching for the stars above. By your lonesome. Lonesome. By your
Lonesome. Yeah, I'll do it all on my own. Like I said before, I'll be fine all alone, and I'm cool with that.
Are you really though? I asked. Then she looked down, replied with a quiet no. Everyone needs somebody, you know. Yeah, I know I said to go solo, but not psycho. Living life like this will destroy you. So get your phone out, call your friends and tell them right now that you'll be happy to plan something with them. I don't care what it is, just send them an activity that you intend to have fun with, time well spent. Okay, you're right, well I'ma have to go and think about it before I sink into my own world yet again. Realize all the pros and the cons now. Cons to this lifestyle, not all fun, huh? Pros having all the freedom in the world. The cons leaving everyone concerned. Is it worth it? What is the word? Can be, not always preferred. But let me leave you to it. What you about to go and do?
I'm gonna see where all my friends wanna go now. I'ma balance my solo trips with the ones that I do with others. So I'll see you later, bye then.
A couple months ago when I was out and about, I was seeing someone, not like a relationship, if you remember. I was seeing flashing lights with a crowd of people waiting for a concert to begin. Hit up my friends since I'll be heading to a new one. Won't pretend like I ain't ready to go. Some people said no, but others were ready to roll, so we got on the roll. I ain't talking cotton held, and it came and went. Heard a new ride at the park was opening near me. Decided to go solo on that one. Working on keeping the balance for this one. It can be hard to keep up, man, listen. The days go too fast, might miss one. You gotta get it how you live, man, friction. It's not what you want, man, pay attention. And don't add unnecessary tension to the situation at hand. Gotta live life to the fullest, you know. But I lied, I really need to see my girl. Rushed to her, now I'm here. Gotta tell you, beautiful, I love you to death. I can't stand you, reflecting on my troubles and woes like a hand mirror. Looking like I gotta go back to the drawing board. Try to plant seeds and it's like a lawnmower comes in and cuts it all to shreds. Whoa. I dread thinking what could possibly happen next, but I know that I can't live without you. Yes, I know that I can't be without you. You're my conscience, my vision, a big part of me. And every time I feel good, you would always have me thinking, is it really right? But you're me after all, huh? Yeah, you're me after all, huh? Yes, the girl I was talking about was me all along. I was talking to myself. It's like my self-conscious or something like that, you know? Well, that's that. That's the song. That's the 2023 song, the end of the year song. Can you guys believe this is actually the fourth version of this already, or the fourth iteration of these end of the year songs? It's so crazy. Where in the world does the time fly? But I guess we should get into this. Well, welcome everyone to the 2023 wrap up. It's everyone's favorite time of the year. It's everyone's favorite part of the song. So this is where we talk about a bunch of different things between this year, plans for next year, and all that stuff. So I wrote a list here because there's no way in the world I'm going to ever remember that. And I'm hoping to do all this in one take. So let's see how that goes. And also note that it's going to take probably forever to get through this, but I'm gonna try to wrap it up real quick. I know I say this every year, but I'm gonna try to wrap this up real quick, and we'll see how long it is once I'm done with it. But anyway, I guess to get started, we can talk about this song and kind of the purpose of it. So basically, it's a direct reflection of kind of what's been going on throughout this year, and it's kind of I like to think, sort of a sequel to last year in a sense. Because last year I was talking about, moving out and living on my own and getting this new job and all that stuff. But living on my own, and I was talking about the sense of just kind of doing like chores and stuff on my own, just basic stuff, dishes and having to cook and clean on my own, yada, yada, yada. But something I didn't really talk about is like going out and actually doing things for fun on my own. So for most of, if not all of my life, up until maybe May of this year, I was always under the impression that if I wanted to do things like, I don't know, go to the amusement park, go to the movies, go to a restaurant, I should probably have people with me. It'll be, and not for a safety factor, but for the fun sake, I should have people with me. And I've come to realize that's not necessarily the case. I don't need to have people with me to have fun. So ever since May, I started going out and doing stuff on my own a little bit more. Started going to concerts, which also note that this is the first year I've ever been to concerts, and I've been to 4 of them. Maybe I'll talk about that a little bit, but yeah, I've been to concerts, been to amusement parks by myself, been to like all sorts of different places and done all sorts of different things by myself. And I've had a blast. I had a good time with all of that solo. So that's kind of where I was. But then I got to a point where I was like, you know what? I'm really enjoying this. Like, what's the point of grabbing these people where most of them aren't available when I am? And I want to do this now. So it's either I do it with them or try to do it with them, and then they can't join me, and then I have to cancel the whole thing. Nah, I'm just going to go and do all these things by myself, and all I have to worry about is my own availability. But then I realized going towards the end of this year, I don't need to do all that. I can kind of find a balance, I can kind of try and do things solo that I want to do, or I can go out with friends and do stuff. And I'll just kind of judge these things based on how I feel is best for me. Because there are some occasions where either or could work. Like a good example of that would be one of the concerts I went to see Drake. But my friends, most of, if not all of my friends, aren't really big on Drake. I am the one Drake guy. So it's probably like worth it for me to go solo in that case. Not to mention, it was a bit of a distance from where I am. So having to like plan travel and like trying to get time off and getting the money, because Drake is expensive too. It's like, it wasn't worth trying to get a bunch of people for that. I'll just go by myself and have a good time there. So basically, that's a reflection of what I was trying to convey in this song. I know I did this in quite an interesting way where I was like, okay, I'm going to talk about doing this, then I'm going to bring in some girl, and then I'm going to talk about how like I'm going to overcome this, but then the girl was actually me, so it was like a self-conscious side of me. So hopefully that storytelling wasn't horrendous, but I know this was my most ambitious, I'm going to call it ambitious idea when it comes to songwriting. So hopefully that wasn't too bad, but that's what I was trying to convey with this song. So talking about the next part, I guess we can talk about the music aspect. So basically, where was I at musically this year? All over the place, honestly. I was all over the place. I don't know what in the world I was planning on doing. Some hip hop stuff, some electronic stuff, a lot of instrumentals. But I did realize throughout the course of this end of the year track that this is actually the very first song that I've rapped on solo throughout this year. I've had the help of other people when it comes to collabs and features and stuff, and thank you guys for jumping on these songs with me. It definitely helps a lot to have other people to do it. And it was a blast. So thank you guys for coming on with me as features for these songs. But yeah, being this is the one song I've done where I've rapped, and the other song I've done solo was a singing performance with By Your Side. And I was like, I had a lot of ideas of things I wanted to try vocally, and because this is a time crunch, I don't know if I fully got to do those things. But I tried some things. I tried to experiment with this track. But again, when it comes to all my other songs this year, I don't know what the goal was. I guess I was just trying to improve generally. And I'll talk about my plans for next year right now, actually. So musically next year, there is 3 things I want to try to work on. And it's going to be hip hop, electronic, of course, are 2. And then the other thing is going to be, I might try rock. You know, I tried to gain some rock influences on the second part of this end of the year song, playing around with power chords and stuff, but I've never really delved deeply into it. Now, when it comes to rock, don't think I'm gonna come out here and do some metal vocal performance. I don't think I'm gonna do that, or at least I'm not there yet. I don't really have that like idea or mentality of actually wanting to do that, and plus, I'm a pretty quiet person. I don't think I'm gonna be doing that, honestly. So I wouldn't expect that sort of performance, but I might try to sing a little more, and I'm definitely gonna try to rap. I'll try to bring my Linkin Park influences to the rock part. But anyway, going into the 3 genres, for hip hop, I wanna try sampling a little more, and to make it different with this next year versus my previous years is typically, I just don't have the patience to go in and dig through like all these 1970s, 1950s jazz samples or soul samples. You know, I might do that occasionally, but I generally don't have the patience to do all that. And kudos to everyone that does, but I don't. So typically I would look for loops, and I'll just sort of sample loops. I'll take part of those, I'll remix them, or I'll do whatever I can with the loops. But yeah, because I don't have the patience, but I do like sampling, I think something that will make it more exciting for me, and I just thought of it towards the end of this year, is to kind of go in to my own library of songs and just kind of pick stuff. I can just kind of pick songs that I like personally, and I can try to sample them. And then I think the sampling process will be much more exciting for me, as I'm able to sample songs I already like and listen to. So that's my plan for sampling. We'll see how that works. I know it's going to be tricky with some of the newer songs, but we'll see. So that's the plan for the hip hop side. For the electronic side, I'm going to go into basically FL Studios and utilize their synthesizers a little more and really learn how to use them. I've been meaning to learn how to use them for the past like 4 or 5 years or however long I've been doing this, but I've been lazy and I've been kind of half doing it. So hopefully I can actually sit my butt down and really go ahead and do that. So that's kind of the plans for the electronic side. And then when it comes to rock, I'll utilize my live instrumentation, you know. I'll utilize my I'll utilize my electric guitar. I'll utilize my bass guitar a little more, and I'll try to go with those things and see how that works. And ideally, I'll be able to mesh these genres together too. I've been wanting to do that for a while, where I mesh hip hop and electronic, or maybe I'll mesh some stuff with rock now. Hip hop and rock, like Linkin Park, big influence when it comes to the rock side, or I'm sure they will be a big influence when I mess with the rock stuff. And I don't know if I'm gonna mesh electronic and rock, but I can try. So I'm gonna try and mesh some genres together, see how that works, and we'll pretty much go from there for that part. Now, what's the next part? Okay, so basically, I guess to talk about my plans for 2024 generally. Well, I don't know. I don't know what, life-wise, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Generally, with all these end-of-the-year tracks, I try to like mesh it all together with a concept of what's going on with my life that year. But again, I have no idea. Now, no, I lied. I don't have no idea. I have ideas, but I'm not sure which one I'm gonna enact on. Hopefully I said that right. I don't know which ones I'm gonna act upon. Yeah, let's say that. I don't know which ones I'm gonna act upon yet. And that's gonna be reflective of what I do musically too. Because I'm not sure if I'm gonna try more of like a freestyle rap sort of deal, which I've wanted to do for a while, and try to get good or get decent at freestyling. I don't know if I'm gonna try to do more of a singing performance. I don't know if I'm gonna do like other things. So, or maybe like, what is it that I really want to do? I really want to do like punchlines. Like I really want to be good about punchlines because I know I do a lot of storytelling, but those punchlines is where it's at. I mean, like if I could be like a Lil Wayne or something, that'd be fantastic, and I could just blow people away with my bars of not talking about nothing, but I'm killing it punchline wise. So that's something I wanted to play around with too. But again, I don't know which one I'm gonna do. So we're gonna have to figure that out. So I guess the last thing I have here that I can think of is I know I've been doing this for now 4 years, so I've been doing the wrap up in silence. So if you guys can let me know, do y'all like this in silence? Would y'all rather I have a backing instrumental? Are you cool either way? Like, how do you like that part? And just the end of the year song in general. Do you guys like these songs? Do you guys look forward to them? Do you not care either way? Or what? Because I generally like these songs. If you guys like it, that's great. If you don't like it, I'll probably still make it anyway. But yeah, just let me know how you feel about them because I'm just curious. It could be cool to see how this goes in the fifth one. So yeah, just let me know. But all right, it looks like I'm going into 22 minutes, and I know I have a history of running these down to like 26 minutes or so. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. So let me just say thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for everyone that's listened this far, and I hope you have a good Merry Christmas if you're listening to this on Christmas, if I release this on Christmas, and a good Happy New Year's. So you guys enjoy the rest of your year. I'm out. I'll see y'all next year. Peace.